Hello explorers and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about libvirt and we're going to talk about migration process and doing something live. We're going to do a live migration between two machines. I have my machine started behind me here. They are a little bit loud, so maybe you hear them, maybe not, hopefully not. But we're going to do a live migration from one host to another host. So different machines on the same network. That's our task here. So let's switch over to my screen. I have a little bit of a setup here. So first off, I have node 10 and node 9. These are two different machines. On node 9, we have two machines that are running currently. And if I open these up so we can see their actual console, this one is running on IP 1982, and that's what we are looking at in the console down here. If we open up the other one, we see that that is 180. So 182, that's the migrate test one. That's the one I want to migrate first. And they are different in one very interesting aspect, but we're going to do the fast one first. So we're going to migrate test to node 10. We're going to use libvirt virsh, so VIRSH, so this is their shell pretty much. We're going to do the migrate command. We're going to do a live migration. We're going to do a persistent migration. We're going to undefine source. That means that remove the old machine when you have migrated. If you remove that one, the old machine will be left where it is, but it will be stopped. And then we have verbose to get all the information, and then the VM machines, in this case migrate test. And then you run QEMU plus SSH. So I will log into the other host with SSH. I have added public keys and the authorized keys on node 10. So node 9 can send data without a password to node 10. If you don't have root access on your other machine, or if you have a public key with a password, you need to supply that password. And then you say that you want it to go to system. So when you have created this command here and we start running it, here I will supply the password for my key. And now it will start this migration process. And you see that the migration goes up and it moves over to the other machine and just continue runs there. And you see we didn't have any missed packages in the ping. So it goes super fast and it just switches over and starts running on the other machine. How could I move between two different hosts that quickly? Yeah, of course, the data have not been moved. So if we look here, the data for this migrate test is in Ceph. So currently on node 9, let's see here, on my Ceph, we see that we have migrate test on this Ceph machine. And we should see it on node 10 as well. I created it on node 9, but we should see it here on node 10 as well, of course. But the other machine, you see here, we don't have any data in the default file system. But if we look at node 9 and the default package, we have this Debian 12 image. We also have some ISOs if you want to install something. I tried to install Tiny 11, the Windows. I was looking if I could actually migrate that. Get that run in QEMU is something that I will look into in another video. I didn't get it to work. But we see here that in this case we need to move the data as well. So let's go back and run another command for this. So this is very similar. Let's see. I got a couple of these in front here. So it's very similar. We have libvirt, migrate, live, persistent, undefined source, and then copy all storage all. So copy all the information on the drive, verbose, Debian 12, and then the same goes for the rest. So if we start this and supply our password again, it will take a little longer, this migration process, but we see that it already has started Debian 12 on the other machine. It is paused and ready to go. It starts to migrate data over. The process will be like this, that it moves all the data over to the other host, and then it diffs and sees what have changed between the hosts, and then sends that diff over, so the differences between the last migration and the next migration. And then it does it over and over again until the machines don't have any differences between them, either in memory or anything. And then it does the live migration and switches over. So now it's at 100%. Maybe it will go back to like 80% or something like that, trying to do another push of the data. Let's see if it will stop there or if it will migrate over a bit more data before it actually switches over. So we see Debian is still running and this is still paused. Waiting. So it can take a little while. Be patient. We see that currently, we will look at this one. We didn't have any breaks in this one either. I should have changed that. I have tried it. It will not skip a beat even when you move all the data. It's a live migration. We will not lose any packages. We can go over and do this again. And of course it will take a little longer if we do it, move all the data. But we can do it again so we actually see that everything works as it should. So we move it over to 9 again, put in the key. So this process back will go a little bit faster usually because the data is there in some way. So, but we see that we don't really have any break in the. We can see that they are a little bit slower when it comes to the pinging, but we don't really miss a beat during the. So now we see that Debian 12 is created here again. And there we go to 100%. We still haven't missed any ping. And there it switches over. No pings missed. So this live migration works really well with moving a full machine from one host to another host. It can take a while, but if you are running a web host or anything like that, it should be fairly safe to do this migration without losing a beat during the migration process. And even better if you put it behind some kind of load balancers and you have multiple of them, then this will be a very painless move between different machines. So this was what I wanted to cover today. I hope that you found this interesting. I hope that you liked this video. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave those in the comment section down below. If you want to support the channel, there is affiliate links and donation links in the description below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that, and I really hope to see you in the next video.